people, welcome back to Vanna Briefing Updates. I am gonna give you the best briefing updates now.
Wagwan me people, hope you all are doing okay, hope you all are doing alright. Vanna Briefing Updates is here to give you all the briefing updates. So it have been said that 2 men injured in Akiwak gun attack. Tension is high in the community of Akiwak off Mullines Road in St. Andrew after 2 men were seriously wounded in a gun attack. The incident happened sometime after 4 p.m. On Saturday, November the 6th. One of the men was attacked at a cash pot outlet while the other was shot nearby his house, which is located a few meters away. Resident quoted, "I locked myself in the house. I hear heavy gun fired outside." Following the shooting, the assailant fired shots into the air and uttered expletives against residents of Akiwak. The injured men were subsequently rushed to the hospital. They have been identified only as Winston and his alias Dads and Mason, and the other is Jerome. Akiwak is often prone to gun violence, including drive-by shooting. So yes, people, gunfire in Akiwak leave the community under terror. Yes, people, persons are scared and afraid to walk in the streets. But still, let's move on to another update. A jerk chicken vendor was shot and killed by an unknown assailant in Portmore, St. Catherine, on Saturday night. Yes, people, that I did last night. The incident happened on Brenton Main Road in the vicinity of the Texas gas station. The deceased has been identified as Cavan Davis. According to the police reports, Davis was shot and killed by unknown assailants while he was at his jerk chicken establishment at about 9:45 p.m. The police were summoned and arrived on the scene to find the vendor lying on his back on the ground. He was transported to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. Yes, people, dead pronounced. Investigations are ongoing, which means they are searching for more investigation. People, yes, so they are probing the investigation, trying to find out who killed this man. But I think this is not going anywhere. Let's move on to another update. 250,000 reward for finding a missing teacher. Cheryl Williams has been hoping for over 2 months. Her daughter, 34-year-old Rochelle Williams, a teacher of Goshen District in St. Anne, has been missing since September the 15th after paying people to search for her daughter in September. Cheryl went broke, doubling down on efforts. The family is now offering up a 250,000 reward to anyone who can aid in finding Rochelle. The mother quoted, "We are putting out a reward of 250,000 for anybody who has any information regarding her whereabouts. This thing needs call to urgency, and we need to get it out because nobody else is doing anything. She is 34-year-old and she will be celebrating her birthday December the 2. Everything is pushed under the carpet. Nothing, not one person has called me, not even the police. Nobody reached out to me after they said they got reports that they saw her in Claremont and did a search." Quoted, "The police just asked me if I heard anything or if I got any phone call. And that's it. Everybody just come up and big up them chest, and then after everything, you are left alone to do your own probing. Right now, I plan to just pay somebody and drive around the whole island and see if me find me picking whether she dead or alive. Me just want to know so me have closure. I need to do something. I can't just sit here," she added. Reports from the Brownstone police are that on Wednesday, September the 15th, about 4 p.m., Rochelle, a mother of one, was last seen at a plaza dressed in a blue blouse and black pants. Cheryl last saw her daughter at home the morning of September 15th, about 10 a.m. Cheryl left the home to conduct a business in Brownstone, and when she returned about 12:15 p.m., Rochelle, a teacher of mathematics at Marcus Garvey Technical High, was missing. On Wednesday, October the 6th, the police said residents reportedly saw Rochelle entering a truck headed to Monique. Senior Superintendent Dwight Powell, commanding officer for the St. Anne Police Division, had told that report's agenda a widened search, but the search conducted by the police and her colleagues ended in disappointment. And there were also reports that the teacher was seen in another community, Claremont. Quoted, "I went through Claremont myself, me and her godmother. We searched ourselves. I paid persons and they went through and they searched and we run out of cash. Imagine you have something like this and there's nobody afterwards. I'm left alone. I'm all alone. I'm here by myself. There's nothing. You don't hear anything. Like it's just pushed under the carpet. It's like, oh, it's just another person gone missing. I don't hear from anybody," Cheryl said. Anyone knowing the whereabouts of Rochelle Williams is asked to contact the Brownstone police at 876-975-2233 or the police 119 emergency number at the nearest police station. So yes, people, anybody know the whereabouts of this teacher, please contact the police and collect your reward. Yes, people, 250,000, 250,000 people that can do a lot of stuff. So please go out there, try to find this lady and get your reward. Yes, people. So let's move on to another update. Investigators from the St. Thomas Police Division are probing the circumstances surrounding the fatal crash that claimed the life of 24-year-old John Sterling, otherwise called Little John, at Tyler Upon Side District in Yala, St. Thomas, on the Heart East Main Road in the parish on Friday, October the 29th. Reports from the RS police are that Sterling was driving a Toyota Corolla motor car along the roadway when he is believed to have lost control of the vehicle, which crashed into a utility pole. Sterling sustained multiple injuries and was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. So yes, people, anytime them not take heed, them are gonna pronounced dead, because if them not take heed, they would have lost control of any vehicle. Yes, people. Another update: St. Catherine teen missing. An Ananda alert has been activated for a 16-year-old Brina Fisher, otherwise called Bree, of Old Road District. The police say she is of bleach brown complexion, slim built, and about 5 feet 9 inches tall. Reports from the Spanish Town police are that Fisher was last seen in her community about 1 p.m. Her mode of death is unknown. Anyone with information that can assist the police is being asked to contact the Spanish Town police at 876-984-2305. All the police 119 emergency number are at the nearest police station. So yes, people, you want to know if you know. Let's try help the police find a little girl here and try bring her back home safe. Yeah, man. So people, I guess the brief update has come to an end. Please like, share, and subscribe at just one click. Yeah, man.